Hi, Churchill. My name is Mrs. Lewis, and I am our community project coordinator here at Churchill Middle School. And I am here to introduce the concept of community project to you, eighth grade students. One of the final components of completing your third year here at Churchill is to complete a community project. Many years ago, we used to have something called community service that you may be familiar with. And today's video is just to kind of present some of the new exciting things that come with community project, how it's like the previous community service requirement that we had here at Churchill, and then also how it is different. So we're going to go ahead and get started. What is the community project? This is any project that you ultimately are going to decide is something that is interesting to you and that's going to help a community. You're going to choose the community that you want to work for or benefit. That community could be very small, like say the Churchill school community. It could be a little bit bigger, thinking of the Carmichael, Folsom, Fair Oaks, Sacramento communities, or it could be larger, a project that might benefit something statewide, nationwide, or even an international project. You are going to get to decide if you want to work on this project individually or in small groups of either 2 or 3 students. These students will need to be in your current homeroom class because most of the project time will be spent within homeroom. The next thing that we're going to look at is the steps to success for community project. So essentially it's broken into 3 main components that you'll be working on in your homeroom time this year. The first one is that you're going to identify a need. So you get to decide through research and things that are interesting to you what you want to go ahead and build your project around. The research will also involve what is already being done for this community, logistics, things that are working, areas that still need further development. The second step to community project is essentially the action. So you're going to decide what type of action needs to be done to go ahead and complete your project. Not all of our projects are going to actually need direct service, where you're actually going somewhere, doing something, working with a particular group. The exciting thing about community project is there's actually lots of different types of services that you can complete your project. Unlike before, where everything had to be direct service and logging hours, there's going to be a shift away from that. So we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Your work can be done here on campus or off campus, depending on the particular project that you are designing. The third step for everyone will be a reflection component as well as presenting your project, what your findings were, what worked, what you did. Instead of just logging hours, we will be having a presentation to the school community where you can go ahead and share the work that you did this year. Now, like I was stating, there are different types of service, which is a really exciting shift in the community project because there's many ways to actually help our communities, not always direct service. That's not the only way to help a community. So the first way is kind of the traditional. When we think of community service, we do think of direct service. That can be defined as when students have interaction that involves people, the environment, or animals. Examples include one-on-one tutoring, developing a garden alongside refugees, or teaching dogs behavior to prepare them for adoption. So those are just some of the examples of direct service. However, you can also complete indirect service. So indirect service would be that students don't necessarily see the recipients during indirect service. They have verified that their actions will benefit the community or environment. Examples include redesigning a nonprofit organization's website, writing original picture books to teach a language, or raising fish to restore a stream. So those are just a few of the many ways that you can have indirect service depending on your project type. There's also advocacy work. Advocacy work is defined that students will speak on behalf of a cause or concern to promote action on an issue of public interest. Examples include initiating an awareness campaign on hunger in the community, performing a play about replacing bullying with respect, or creating a video on sustainable water solutions. The last way that you can complete your project is through a research project. All students are going to be doing a component of research for their project, but this one's going to take it to the next level. So this would be where students collect information from various sources, analyze data, and report on a topic of importance to influence policy or practice. Examples include conducting environmental surveys to influence their school, contributing to a study of animal migration patterns, or compiling the most effective means to reduce litter in public spaces. So once you essentially identify the community that you are wanting to benefit, one of the next steps is to research what's already being done, what do they need, and then that will take you to if you are going to complete direct service, indirect service, advocacy, or research. So our work on community project will begin this October. You will be given several days during homeroom to go ahead and be working on your project, whether individual or with your small group. Your homeroom teacher is now also officially your community project advisor. They will be the ones that will be helping present the information, going through the steps, working with your packet to make sure that you have a successful first time doing the community project. I am the community service coordinator, so you are always welcome to ask your particular homeroom teacher if you have any questions. But if you have something that's a little bit extra, you need more help, you can always email me at lindsay.lewis@sanjuan.edu or come and see me. My classroom is room 4 in the A wing, and you're always welcome to drop by outside of regular school hours, and we can go ahead and chat about your community project and any questions that you may have. I look forward to seeing what we do this year as a school community. This is a really exciting way to end your time here at Churchill with the community project. It will also benefit students that are moving on to Mara Loma next year. When you finish the MYP in 10th grade, you will be doing something called a personal project, and the community project is a great stepping stone to get ready for that particular requirement. And even for our students that are moving on to other high schools and not continuing their IB education, the community project is just a great final project that will be a culmination of your time here at Churchill. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do. Have a good day.